Hey, two videos in one day. Well, I'm going to bet that the audio on this one's going to be better. That first one I gotta really apologize for. I'm sorry, folks, for you having to put up with that. That the sound sucks. Okay, you could barely hear. I could barely hear it. It's weird. I don't understand this microphones. I don't know what's going on. Well, anyway, I got the good microphone this time. It should be better. So let's do a little more on our scene here, and we'll put this one out, and I think this one will be a lot better. So yeah, whoops, no, gotta go for the free line, the freeform line. There we go. Earlier when I was doing all that yammering and you couldn't hear me, I was talking about a bunch of things. And since obviously that video sucked in the audio department, I shall recap. I basically was saying that, first of all, I started out to say, sorry about being gone for a week. I got a new computer. That was another thing I mentioned. So I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys. And thank you all for those of you who do watch me. I appreciate you continuing to watch. So, that was one of the things I brought up. Also, I was talking a little bit about a film that I'd seen that I hadn't expected to be really good called K-pop Demon Hunters, which is on Netflix. And I was basically saying that I thought it was pretty good, and that I thought that if you were interested in seeing it, you might want to check it out. My background painter, Maria Pham, mentioned it to me a few weeks back. I wasn't initially planning on seeing it because I'm not a big K-pop. I'm not really interested in the K-pop thing very much. I think it's cool, but it's not my thing. But the film is a pretty nice story. It's actually pretty well conceived. So I was talking about that earlier in the video there that you couldn't hear. You'll probably also notice that I have less hair in this one than I did in the first video. And that's because I just got a haircut. Ooh. There you go. So anyways, let's see here. Yeah, so you might want to take a look at the K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a nice little film. The characters, it's funny, it's entertaining, and I'm going to tell my background artist Maria that I appreciated her standing up for it, because I actually really, like I said, I really wasn't planning on seeing it. Netflix to me is very hit and miss, so I don't. And also too, I think I had a view in my head of what might be in it. And I want to say that one of the things that really surprised me, and I didn't mention this earlier when I was going on about it, but I think this whole girl power, girl boss thing is kind of been done to death. But I will say this about this film. For some reason or another, in this film, it works the best I think I've seen in a while. And so I want to commend the people who created this thing, because I think they did an excellent job. And for someone who probably would avoid seeing something that feel like I've seen over and over and over again, yeah, I have to say it was done so well that I must praise it, give it the praise and the recognition due, because it did surprise me. I wasn't expecting it to be on that level. So it was very nice. It was a nice surprise, a very nice surprise. So anyway, but yeah, I would hope you get a chance to go and see it. It's definitely um, worth it. And with Hollywood being the way it is, as I was talking earlier in the video that you couldn't hear so well, um, I feel that Hollywood is really just kind of tanking these days. It's lost its way. But this film I don't want to say it reaffirms my belief that Hollywood can still make good movies. I think this movie almost kind of got made good by accident. So I don't know, but it certainly changed my mind about some things. I know they're gonna frickin' beat it to death, and when I say beat it to death, I mentioned earlier about the whole sequel thing. Hollywood is hell bent on making sequels out of everything because they don't have a frickin' original idea in their frickin' heads. And when someone comes along, whoever the people were that created this, who actually have original ideas, they barely take a chance. But when they do and it works, then they're just going to repeat it a bajillion times. And that's probably what's going to happen with this. They're going to beat the death out of the idea, and it won't be as entertaining anymore. And they won't know why, because they're not smart enough to figure that out, that you can't just make sequel. You've got to have something fresh to say. Your audience is constantly growing, and they need fresh material. And the crazy thing is that there's plenty of great fresh material. A lot of times it's just that the studios are afraid to take a chance with it. But I think that with films costing, with movies costing so much for the general public to go and see, it really doesn't make sense for anybody to go see a movie that isn't good, because movies cost so much. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like the idea of having to spend $20 on a movie that's just so. It's not my idea of a good idea. All right, I don't think it's a good idea. It's like, money is tight. Most of us are not rich, so you kind of feel like, hey, is this movie going to be any good? Because just going to a movie by yourself, you could be out of $40-50 before you even, it's ridiculous when you stop and think about what movies cost these days. So I think anybody with a brain would agree that it's just better, if the movie is going to be good, you're going to go to a movie that you feel is going to be good, because why would you go to a movie that is going to be not so great, or you're just uncertain? I think that's worse. I think going to a movie that you're uncertain about and spending that kind of money, I don't know. I personally say I don't think I have that kind of money to spend, really. So, and I got to think that the average general public doesn't either. So, anyway. So there you go. So, but yeah, it's a pretty good movie though. But yeah, they're gonna and it's done so well now. This is why I know they'll beat it to death. They'll make 20 of them. you know, K-pop Demon Hunter 15. If they can get that much money out of it, that's what they're gonna do. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. So. All right. Well, anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop here, because I want to check my video here to see to it that the sound is coming through good and that everything is good. I'm going to go ahead and post it, I think. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. And the brief. Jesus is Lord.